London based.
Jamaican bassline. Deadly.
This is Deadly Links.
Okay, this is Deadly Links. Becca D here. And I'm really gassed right now. I'm not going to lie to you because I'm chatting to Hoodcelebrityy. How you doing, girl?
Oh, I go on. You see the vibes?
Nice to see you.
Nah, thank you so much. And thank you for having me too.
I mean, it's been a while since I've wanted to get you on here. So the pleasure is all mine. So
That's dope.
First of all, for anybody who doesn't know, you were actually born in Jamaica and then you moved to New York when you were, what was it, 12 years old?
There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
Let me find out, girl. 'Cause sometimes I come on interviews and people don't be knowing what they're talking about. So I was born in Jamaica, half raised in Jamaica. I moved to the Bronx when I was 12 years old.
So, I mean, I've got a terrible memory and I can't remember anything pre 18. But what I was wondering what your earliest memories are of music in Jamaica.
I mean, music in Jamaica has always been fun. Definitely great vibes. My great grandmother was strict, so I wasn't able to go to the Pasa Pasa. I'm not sure if you know about Pasa Pasa, but I wasn't able to go to the Pasa Pasa or any parties in general. My curfew was right after school, 3-4 o'clock. So it wasn't really much, but I definitely had the fun of playing cricket with my friends, listening to the Bob Marley. I grew up on Lady Saw too, even though some of her music was crazy. It's for me as a kid, but I definitely love her music and just listening to great music.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in Jamaica loves music. That's just what you're born into, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Being Jamaican, you have to love music and you have to know how to dance. I used to get my ass whooped for not knowing how to whine. My mom teach me how to dance, by the way.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, my mom teach me how to dance. I'm talking about splits, head top, yeah. And I know culture is different. People probably why your mother was teaching you how to do the splits and head top at 6-7 years old. But in my culture, and at least the way I was brought up, because some Jamaicans is brought up different. I brought up in a home of music and dance. That's all it was about. Music, dance, and church. Let's not forget church. Because my great grandmother, every Sunday, church was a no-brainer for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you learned to dance at 6 by your mum?
Probably before 6. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Saying that because to this day, I have a red dress that my aunt gave to me. And I had just turned 1. And back in the days, like I said, when I was a little baby, it's 2 things I was into: dancing and money. My mother told me, she be telling me stories and I'd be laughing. I love money. And I feel what kid don't love money? They used to bribe me with money. So
Right.
I got that red dress. I actually learned how to dance for money.
Oh wow.
My aunt bribed me with the money and the dress.
Obsessed. That's so good. It's funny you say you didn't know how to whine. That's my mum's half Jamaican, so I have the heritage, but
Dope.
The only dance that I can do is whine. And I whine to rock and roll, I'll whine to EDM. That's literally all I can do.
Listen, once you know how to whine, I don't really think you know how to do, you need to have to do nothing else.
Well, I would like to mix it up occasionally. Do you know what I mean? So I'll still take the dance lessons if they're going.
Listen, I teach you how to do a few. I can teach you know how to TikTok?
No, absolutely not. I feel like you need a bit of booty for that though, and I'm a little skinny daddy long
Hell
legs.
no. I be seeing, listen, them slim girls, they be moving.
True.
They be moving. I be seeing videos and I'm like them slim girls be moving. As long as you know how to dance, the body's gonna move regardless.
Yeah, true. All right, sweet. So did you know then from an early age that you wanted to be in music? Was that just something that was there or did it come later in life?
I said more, so my mother used to tell me when I was younger, right? Because my mother left Jamaica and she was living in England. She left me when I was 7 in Jamaica with my great grandmother. And she used to tell me, and most of my family, my uncles, my grandmother told me I used to go around my community in Jamaica and I used to sing for people. And they used to give me money, all her friends, since I was so little and I wasn't shy. So they'd be like, yo, Tina, come sing a bossa song for it. And I just start beating on the drum and just start singing and dancing. So I guess that was something that was always in me. And then also I went to high school for violin and dance. So I used to play the violin and I used to dance. So I really went to high school for that. But like I said, the way I was brought up, at one point, like my mom was doing really bad, like financially, and I wasn't really focused on school. I had to focus on helping her, paying her bills. So I didn't really take music and dancing serious. I kind of like forgot all about my passion just because I had to work more and get more hours just to, help my mom pay the bills. But as I got older, that's when I really feel like I really tap into what I want.
So what changed then?
My brother had got locked up, which he did 5 years, and he got deported. And when he first got locked up, I went through like a depression. Like I was very sad. Like I wasn't eating. Like I was really hurt because me and my brother are super close. And I started writing poems at work, like on my free time when I didn't have customers because I was a sales associate. I used to just write poems, and then I started turning them into melody and just started doing music. One day I did a freestyle, and at the time, my best friend, she posted me on her Instagram. And then I woke up and my Instagram just like blew up. Like I woke up to mad followers, people telling me I need to take it serious. People started trying to book me. So it kind of like gave me no choice.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then going back to when you actually moved to New York, like that must have been such a mad culture shock for somebody of that age.
Yeah, it definitely was a big difference. Cause like I said, from Jamaica to New York and then the Bronx at that, where it's like, the Bronx is hip hop and, it's a big Spanish culture as well in the Bronx. So it was definitely different. What was more different for me was the school. The school was definitely different. It was more, in Jamaica, we speak Patois. And over here it was more like, we say like twang, like everybody was speaking like how I'm talking right now. Some people speak Spanish. Like it was mad different, like language that I didn't understand at the time. Plus the weather, like Jamaica is super hot. And when I came in the wintertime. So I had to wear like gloves and jackets. And I'm like, why are they putting so many clothes on me? Like I didn't understand because I was young. Like, but it was definitely a big difference. But I feel like I got used to it.
Can you tell the story of when of how you got paid to speak at school?
Yeah, that was funny because they was really doing that to me a lot. I feel like they was doing that to me since so I started school here in 6th grade. And they was doing that to me from 6th grade till I say like it kind of stopped. I say like 12th grade. Well, that's a long time. That's like 6 years of, yo, can you speak Jamaican? Like my friend used to be like, yo, how you say that? The boombo clock. Like they used to really try to get me upset. Because when I get mad, my accent will come out. And they'll be like, yo, I'll give you $1. Like, say it again. And I'm like, yo, why they think this shit is funny? Like, I'm really mad. They used to really pay me $1. And back in the days, $1 was a lot. Like, like 6th grade, getting $1, like you could really do something with that.
Yeah.
And they would pay me like, I'll give you $1, Tina, say that shit again. I'm like, oh no, y'all really crazy.
You're just banking out for 6 years. Mm-hmm. That's so good. You can definitely tell, like with your first project, the influence of New York and Jamaica in your music. And, it was like the sort of trap beats with that dancehall flavor.
Trap versus reggae.
For sure, mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, like, I feel like now you're leaning more towards the dancehall vibe. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm. I say, like, for me, to be honest with you, so trap versus reggae is where I was using patois on hip hop beats. So that was really how I started off. And as I grow more into, because I love all type of music. Like I listen to music that you'd be like, Hood, I never thought you would listen to this. Like I listen to every genre of music. Like I love music. I don't have to understand it for me to love it and for me to dance to it, just on how it makes my body feel. Now I feel like I really just, when I go into the studio, I don't go into the studio and be like, oh, I'm going to do a reggae record today, or I'm going to do a dancehall record, I'm going to do a hip hop, I'm going to do a R&B, or I'm going to do a Spanish. Like, you know what I mean? I have songs that I'm like saying a little bit of Spanish words too. But when I go into the studio, I just really go to create. Like music really, like when I tell people all the time, like music really saved my life and changed my life. Because it's sometimes where I'm sad and I could just listen to an artist or listen to some of my songs, and it really helped me like get out that vibe. And there's people that listen to my music and be like, yo, like I wanted to kill myself. It's people who tell me, like, I have a song called Daughters Cry. Like, people really tell me, like, yo, you really helped me. Like, I wanted to kill myself. Like, just like sad, deep stories that I hear. And I'd be like, damn, like my music really helps someone. And if you listen to Daughters Cry, I would say more like it's on more like the R&B side, where it's like, you know, everyone can understand.
And at this point, we've had a few EPs projects come out, and I know that you've definitely mentioned before that an album is coming. The debut album is coming. So what are you saying, girl? Are we talking this year?
My album is definitely, I'm gonna be real with you. I think I'm gonna drop it for January.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop it for January because I just dropped the single Virgin. I'm pretty sure you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna drop probably another single or two and drop the album in January.
Okay, so well, let's go to Virgin then. First of all, is that going to be on the album?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this track and the message behind it and why you wanted to put it out.
Virgin. So I did I did lip service for the first time, and I never thought about doing lip service like as much as like people, oh, you should do it, because you know it's really freaky. Like they really ask you freaky question, which is dope. I actually like it because I feel like I finally got a chance to be comfortable. Like it's a difference when males is asking something, when females ask you something. And I was just telling Angela, like, yeah, I'm a virgin. And everybody just started, the topic blew up, which was kind of weird to me because I'm like, I didn't understand how much that shit mattered to people, like if you're a virgin or not. But like I tell people all the time, listen, this is just my perspective and I'm an artist, right? Like I tell people all the time, if the sex was whack, you still a virgin. Like I'm heavy on that. If it wasn't good, I'm a virgin. I'm not claiming it. I'm not owning up to it. And it never happened. I'm great for telling you that something never happened. Like I'm that girl. I'm that it never happened girl.
So you did that podcast, said that, got that reaction, and then you wrote Virgin and put it out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
okay.
They went crazy. I wrote Virgin 2 days after.
Yeah, that's mad to know that you wrote that so quick. I thought that the song came first, and then
I swear to God. I swear to everything I love. I wrote the song 2 days after, literally.
Wow, that's rad. I rate that. Okay, so album January. So how is it finished? Like, are you done? Mixed, mastered?
Mm-hmm. My album is done. It was supposed to drop. My album was supposed to drop before COVID, and with the whole COVID situation, it just kind of like screwed up everything. And I feel like the music is too good. If I would have dropped it like with this whole COVID shit that was going on, especially when it first started, when we wasn't able to go outside, no clubs wasn't open. So I feel like January is where I want to drop it because it's just going to show a different side of Hoodcelebrity.
And there is always a certain amount of pressure with a debut album, isn't there? Like whether you like it or not, it's your first like full-length studio project. So like where are you?
I swear I'm not lying to you and not just sitting up here trying to cap. Now I'm really, before COVID, if you would have asked me this question, I'd be like, yeah, like even though I know my album is good, but I swear I'm just having real fun with the music. I feel like that's when I make my best music. I'm having fun with it. Like I'm not allowing, like that's how I started. Like I was the girl who worked in the clothing store and I didn't have shit. Like, you know, like not to say it like that, but just to give it raw. Like I used to hop the train. Like I never used to have, you know, a lot of money. Like I was always like, you know, I was surviving like paycheck to paycheck. So I feel like what God has done for my life right now and how I can make music and do what I love and get paid for that shit, where I was getting $7 an hour, working 10 hours a day, I feel like it's nothing I could do wrong. Like nothing. As long as I continue to make good music and I'm not telling people to do no crazy shit and go kill themselves with my music, I feel like I'm always going to feel like I do a great job.
Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. For sure. And then you can't be nervous about it. Okay,
You'll
so
never be nervous.
So give me some information on what we can expect from this. What sort of vibes? What are we seeing? Lots of different sides of you? Are you dipping
Definitely
outside of the genre? Okay.
Definitely a lot of different sides. Like a lot of different sides, a lot of different types of music. I got some R&B on there. I got, a little bit of hip hop, of course, reggae dancehall, because that's the core. And just the growth of Hoodcelebrity, like Hoodcelebrity has really grown so much. Like Tina is like, the little girl who used to work in a clothing store, and the Hoodcelebrity really have grown so much. And every day Tina just have to watch Hoodcelebrity grow. That's really what the whole album is about. Like my growth as an artist. Like if you listen to some of my old songs, like even the tone, even my voice, you could tell my voice got stronger.
I'm excited to hear it. So did you record it? Is it all recorded in New York?
Yeah. Most of it was recorded in New York, definitely. I've recorded some in like different, I think, did I ever record one in Jamaica? No, I didn't record it in Jamaica. No, just New York.
And what producers are you working with? Is it like one person that you've been sticking with, or?
I've been sticking with one person because I feel like he gets my sound, but now I'm back working with my first main producer, which is Trackstar, which is who produced Walking Trophy, Bubble, a lot of my other records. So I'm back working with Trackstar, which is the core. I feel like when you do music, you can never leave the core. It don't matter how big of a star you get. As long as both you guys are growing, that's all that matters. So I got Trackstar. I got a couple records from DJ Swango, which DJ Swango is a big producer. He produced up for Cardi B, which went platinum. So I'm working with him, which I've been working with him because he's a part of my team, KSR. And I'm gonna be working with a few other producers that I want. I got some stuff I gotta do for Not Nice, which is a dope producer in Jamaica, super talented. Yeah, so I'm definitely, it's definitely going to be a different type of vibe.
Guest. All right. And how about features? I know you probably can't tell me who is on it, but is it just you? Have you got anyone you're linking up with on there?
I've got features on there.
You got features on there. Are they from the States? Are they from Jamaica? Like, can you give us any information?
Yeah, I mean, some is from the States, definitely. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I have Jamaican artists as well. Oh, I got a dope African artist, which is dope. I love his music. So I'm like a big fan. So that was a big one. That's like that one is gonna be a big one for the culture and for the people.
Okay. All right, ready? Yo, you got me gassed up for this,
You're trying
man.
to figure it out. You like?
I know. Okay. I'm literally going through all the names in my head. We will see in January, eh? So I feel like one of the reasons why I connect personally with your music is, well, A, I also have Jamaican heritage, but B, like, as a bisexual person, I can just I just totally relate to all your songs, and I love that one day you're singing about a girl, next it's about a guy, and like that's the way it should be. But I just
thank you so much.
I wondered like how you found it and how you find it navigating through what can be quite a hostile environment with our heritage. Because for me, it's like I do grapple with it sometimes, depending on where I am and who I'm with. And I don't want it to be that way. And you strike me as somebody who don't really care.
To be honest with you, I really don't care.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's really my thing. Like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like once you have that, no one else matters. Because let me tell you something, right? What I tell people all the time, that when you try to judge someone, always make sure you look in that mirror and always point to yourself. Always point back at you. Because in reality, no one is perfect. And your dirty laundry that you're trying to cover up from the next person who you think life is so perfect, their laundry stinks. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Your dirty laundry that you're trying to cover up from the next person who you think is perfect, their laundry actually stink. It's not dirty, it stinks. So live your life, live it respectfully. And when I say respectfully, I mean respectfully for yourself. Do the things that makes you happy. And as long as you're not harming anybody, you're not causing danger to anybody, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because everyone is accountable for themselves. I can't tell you how to live your life. Like you have people who's trying to tell people how to live and trying to point fingers and they're not married. They have kids from Woodlock. They out here just fucking, you know? And like I said, again, that's their life. So when you try to point your hands to somebody, like they have sex without marriage, like it's a lot of different ways and a lot of different other things to think about just than to think about people who's bisexual or people who's gay or people who's straight. You know what I mean? So you got to always make sure before you point your fingers on other people, you point it right back to yourself when you look in that mirror. And that's how I start to live my life.
Yeah, that's the way it should be for sure. And I think it's really important and inspiring that you are the way you are because you know, there's a lot of people and artists out there who I don't know if will ever feel comfortable enough to come out. But with people like you being so open with it and just giving that visibility, I think that's what we need.
And I used to be judgmental. Because like I said, my mom is like, I don't think nobody gets more Jamaican than my mother. My mother's like the Jamaican, like sometimes I got to tell her, like, tone it down a little bit. You know what I mean? like, she's Jamaican. I don't know how to explain it to you. Like, I think you should get it when I say Jamaican, like the dumpling, the yam, the banana.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I
like
you.
She's the chocho. She's that type of Jamaican. And my mom also, like, there's a lot of things I think she's learning from me, which might sound weird to you because that's my mother. I should be learning more from her. But a lot of things that she learned from me when sometimes, like, you know, she would say something and it could be anything. We could be walking and she would just, you know, like sometimes it's just really how they was brought up by just like judging, like everything is like, what them wear that? Why them up on this? Why them look so? No man, him for wear deodorant. Oh, I'm not do this. Why am I not like? I want to look this. Yeah, I never like it, not at all. And it's like, yo, the time you take doing that, go in the mirror and point those fingers back to you. Because the same way you like, why this person wearing this? Why this person wearing that? They saying the same shit about you. So in reality, just let people do what makes them happy. Like I said, as long as you're not out here killing anybody, harming people, hurting people, it shouldn't matter how people decide to live their life. Period. Yeah, period. I don't care what part of the world you're from. I don't care if you're Jamaican, Colombian, African, Asian. I don't care where you're from. Allow human beings to live and do the things that make them happy. That's not harming and hurting anybody. Or that's not trying to force anybody else to live how they live.
I hear that. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being honest about it and open. Before we wrap up the interview, I just want to ask you really quickly about UK artists. I know you've done like Toddler T remix and you had like Big Zeeks and Alakai Harley. You've also done stuff with Steph London. Is there anyone that you're listening to right now that you're loving and that you want to work with?
Right now, no. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think Steph London is super dope. I think she's super dope. And I think she needs to get the credit that she deserves because Steph is really dope. Like, I'm really super into her music. Like, I follow her, show her love. So definitely I want to work with her again.
Nice. Hoodcelebrityy, thank you so much for your time. It's been so nice chatting to you.
Thank you so much for having me. And this interview was actually fun. I actually had a great time.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Okay, well, if I'm ever in New York, I'm going to hit you up, all right?
Big up yourself.
Deadly.